if you are thinking of buying a new home soon, you will definitely benefit from today's episode. My guest here today will be sharing with you how rising interest rate will affect the property market. Stay till the end of the video because we will be sharing with you how you can download our ebook, 7-step framework to choosing a low risk but high growth potential property. Hi, my name is Joy and welcome to the latest episode of Cooking with Joy. In this episode, we will be cooking Sambal Petai with prawn, and this is my favorite dish of all time. Let's welcome my guest today, Stuart!
Thank you, Joy. Thanks for having me today. I'm super excited to be on one of my favorite property channel and cooking channel.
Stuart has been helping home buyers and investors to find low risk and high growth potential property for the past 15 years. And in addition to that, he has trained over 1,000 agents in Navis, imparting his knowledge to them so that they can add value to your client's property journey. Stuart, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having
in the midst
me.
of all your busy schedule, and really amazed how you are able to actually help your client to purchase their dream home and at the same time train agents like me to add value to their clients and spend time with your family. Can you tell me what's your secret?
Can. Very easy. It's my awesome wife, Joanne.
Oh, score point leh.
It helps me to take care of the family so I
Yeah.
can really focus on the things I do outside. So of course in Navis we are very lucky. We have a lot of leaders,
Yeah.
great leaders like Jackie and so
Agree,
many more
agree.
who
Yes.
helps our guys in different areas. It takes a team to raise a team, and this is where we are at.
Yeah, and I really feel that it's like a family in a Navis group.
Yeah, it is.
Yes. And it's simply awesome. Okay, let's start cooking, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so today's dish, right, is actually saved in a cookie dough. So you can see that it's very simple. You just follow the screen, okay? Click start cooking. Okay, then it says that pour in the cooking oil, 50 grams.
Right.
Yeah, so actually you can see that it measures itself. Alright, so you just need to press next. Shallots.
Shallots first, okay.
Yeah.
Shallots.
丢进去。OK， 下一个 garlic.
Garlic.
4 garlic.
Feels so helpful
Actually,
today.
really very simple. OK, candlenuts.
Candlenuts.
今天我很好按那个 screen 就好而已哦。
给我
Yeah.
给我做一点东西。
Belacan.
好香。
And last one, dry chilli.
Alright.
OK, so very simple. Then 我们 add one 了 right? So press next. Then cover up. So 它会 blend. Alright, so don't have to set anything. Everything already preset for you. Then you just turn. 20 seconds. Okay, blend 好了. Okay, just need to press next and then scrape down the sides. Okay, let's scrape down. Wow, you see?
Wow.
Amazing, man. Okay, so we scrape down. Ooh. The cover also have some, so we will just scrape it down, put it inside. So normally, right, we need to actually use a blender, blend already, then after that go to the frying pan and then saute it. So it's so simple right now. We just need to press next. So this will saute for 6 minutes. One of the hottest topic in the property market right now is the rising interest rate. I believe many home buyers might be thinking, with the rising interest rate, will the Singapore property market crash or correct itself? What is your opinion on this, Stuart?
Okay, so first, interest rate hikes are nothing to fear.
Yeah.
And have occurred many times before in recent history. For example, in 1999, an increase in interest rates from 1.8% to 3% over 2 years saw a corresponding rise in 25% in the property market. 2004, we can see that rates spiked from 1% to 3.75, almost 4 times, right?
Wow.
Over 4 years. But then, what happened in the market? It rallied by more than 40%. Next, we have in 2015, when interest rates increased from 0.2% to 1.5% over 1.5 years. The market corrected by 5%. But well, the real cause for this drop was actually due to TDSI implementation and the severe cooling measures.
Whoa,
That was in 2013, right? Recently happened. In 2016, when interest rates increased by 1% over 3 years, property market prices increased by a further 9.5%. Taken in context, we can see that interest rate hikes do not by itself result in a property market correction. To add on, as you can see from this other chart, showing the history of interest rates over the past 25 years, interest rates do not have a tendency to stay higher than 2% for prolonged periods of time, as the global economy tends to slow down when it does.
Yeah.
In fact, over the long mean interest rate period, we can see it's only 1%.
Wow.
In more recent history, interest rates stayed above 2% for only around 2 to 3 years, and then it tends to drop back down. So there's really no cause for much anxiety or worries long term.
Wow, that's a lot of data. Before I ask another question, let me add in the onion, petai, salt and sugar first, and then let it stir fry for 3 minutes. Then we'll continue, okay?
Okay, I'm starving.
Right. Okay, onion. Okay, we can add onion. Okay, 下一个 we have petai.
Petai, okay.
Pinch of salt.
Okay,
Yeah, because one pinch lah, one pinch. 我已经 pinch 完了 but one pinch. Yeah. Pinch of salt. 那它旁不懂 Okay, then we have 20 grams of sugar.
20 grams of sugar. Okay.
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 Then
Finally.
we'll... Yeah. 还没有，还没有。
还没有。
要给它炒一下先。Okay, next one, it will be... Okay, this will be 3 minutes. Okay, then Stuart, I have another question. Then how about recession? Our PM also mentioned that recession is coming and we should prepare for it. Do you think that it will cause the property market to drop?
Let's take a look historically at what happened to our property market when a recession happens. So, we define a recession as a drop in GDP for 2 consecutive quarters in Singapore's context. Since 1990, there's been 16 recessionary periods, of which 3 were major events: the Asian financial crisis, the dot-com bubble bust, and global financial crisis, which triggered the recession. As we are not facing an impending major crisis of a similar scale, not that we know of, right?
Yeah.
We will remove them from our consideration, and out of these 13 remaining periods of recession, 8 times, or I would equate to 61% of the time, the property market has continued its upwards trend.
Yeah.
Hence, even if a recession does happen, unless it's a major financial crisis as before, the odds are still in favour of us witnessing a continued growth in the property market.
Actually, that's interesting how even with recession, right, the property market will still grow most of the time.
Yes.
And so, finally, I want to add a prawn because it started ringing already. Okay, then later we will just continue.
Okay, please do that first.
Alright.
Important stuff first, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can I?
要煮 OK OK， 你丢给你丢。
Yes!
啊
Hey,
OK
please.
还有多一只。Okay. So same thing. Follow the screen. Okay, next. Okay, the prawn. Then cover up, and then that will be for 1 minute. Okay, while we wait for the prawn to be done, what is your advice be for any home buyers who are viewing right now? Should they actually hold on their buying, wait for the price to drop?
So it really depends on what they're buying. If you're talking about, for example, a resale 99 years condo, which is like 25 years old today, then I would suggest not overpaying for it, as it may be hard to recoup your investment in the future.
Correct.
However, if it's a good property with good fundamentals, for example, with a sufficient tenure remaining, located in a growth hotspot, with a lot of HDB upgraders surrounding it, then generally you should be safe when you exit in the future. In the long term, the property market is always in a positive upward drift, and it's a good hedge for this high inflationary environment. So the key thing is to buy within your means and have ample rainy day reserves in case of unforeseen personal circumstances. As long as you're in a position of having to forced to sell your property, you won't lose money and you will ride through a recession relatively unscathed.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and therefore a thorough financial assessment is very important for every property buyer, especially if it's a home for your family. So in summary, we think that the property market in Singapore is very resilient due to the cooling measures implemented along the years. And likely the recession and the interest rate will only slow the growth but will not crash it or cause much correction to it. We encourage home buyers or any investor to be prudent. And that is why I came up with a PFD method to help property buyers, especially families, to actually purchase their dream home without touching their saving. Alright, it's done. Let's play into it. Yeah, I forgot to ask you one thing. Actually, do you eat petai or not?
Now that you ask, after all the cooking, luckily I do.
Just share with you some facts in petai, right? So it's actually full of nutrients. It actually can help to lower down your blood pressure. But I gotta tell you this, after you eat, right, when you go toilet, right, when you pee, it will smell a little bit.
Okay, I'll let you know.
Alright, let's pour out the Sambal Petai prawn. Amazing 哎！一边讲话可以一边煮。Okay, let me pour out. 烧烧的。
Wow, looks super yummy. Look at the onions. Look at the seasoning.
Alright, so this is the Sambal Petai prawn. Thank you for watching another episode of Cooking with Joy. I hope that you have benefited from what our guests have shared today. If you have any question on what was shared today, leave us a comment. The ingredient and the recipe can be found in the description below, and you can also find the link there to download our ebook 7-step framework to choosing a low risk, high growth potential property. This is Joy.
I'm Stuart.
We will see you soon.
Bye. 开动了没有？
可以吃了，我去拿盘。